What's up, heathens? How ya doing? Today, we're gonna do what everybody else is doing, so this is not gonna be any kind of new information, but hopefully my personal spin on it will make it a little bit hilarious. We're gonna be looking at Logan Paul's Flat Earth documentary, movie, whatever you want to call it, mockumentary, I guess is what some people are calling it. But essentially, if you don't really want to watch me, go through this whole thing, it is a troll video. And it's basically an extended vlog that's meant to be entertaining. And that's fine and all. And I love the fact that he has inserted himself deep inside the Flat Earth community. So let's get on into it. This is going to be a really short review, and it's going to be jump cutty as fuck. So prepare your anus. So he starts out with this nice little graphic that he probably paid about $25 for on Fiverr. And he introduces this whole entire thing as supposedly like a documentary type deal where he takes an adventure through a flat earth mindset. Although these first scenes are not exactly that. At this particular point, Logan Paul is contemplating whether or not the Earth is a globe, saying that he's been indoctrinated or whatnot since he was younger. At this particular point in the movie, Logan is giving money to his friend there who has just realized exactly what point in his life he's come to, laying half naked in Logan Paul's backyard. So they are filming a vlog for his channel, and Mike there to the left comes up to Logan Paul and wants to talk to him about the flat earth. And of course, Logan Paul has the correct response in being like, "You're fucking crazy." At this particular point in the movie, it's security camera footage where his friend Mike basically flips out on him and acts like a flat earther. Basically getting offended by the fact that somebody doesn't believe the same things that he does. Troll. Do I even need to say how this is a troll? This is fucking ridiculous. He's using that flamethrower that Elon Musk put together and sold like so many thousands of that Logan Paul obviously bought because he's ridiculous as fuck. But this part right here, if you were doubting at any certain point whether or not this was like a mockumentary or a fake like documentary or scripted movie or whatnot, this should have been the indication, not the umpteen million globes that Logan Paul had to buy for that previous scene that they scripted up, but this reenactment or the capturing of the event that happened. I mean, it's supposed to be 4 a.m. in the morning, and you have this guy with a flamethrower screaming holy hell as he's standing on the couch lighting a globe on fire, as well as smashing a whole bunch of globes and shit. You're telling me your ass was so dead asleep that you didn't hear that shit? I don't think so. Troll. Cue the montage of all the crazy fucking flat earthers out there supporting the idea that they are a group of people, which, I mean, they are. There's a lot of them fucking out there. And it's not entirely crazy that Mike might be a flat earther, except for that previous image where he was he was using a flamethrower on a globe. The addition of this particular channel, I believe this is JP Sears Awaken with JP. I don't know if you've seen any of his stuff, but he's purely satirical. And I think that the fact that he's made it into Logan Paul's film is awesome because it shows how you cannot tell the ones that are being satirical from the ones that are being actually serious. Because at this point, the serious people have become satirical without knowing it. It's at this point that Logan Paul confronts his friend Mike about smashing all the globes. Well, he doesn't actually confront him about smashing the globes. He's just asking him whether or not he's a flat earther. Mike, however, seems to want to direct the conversation in the way of eating all the peanut butter. And I don't know why you would be embarrassed about eating all the peanut butter. Like, I don't know, is there a rule in the house? Like, do you get flogged 3 times with the fraternity paddle if you don't, like, replace shit that you eat? I don't know. But the whole visual of Logan Paul spanking the shit out of Mike for eating all the peanut butter with a fraternity paddle is disturbing. So Mike here is about to tell his whole childhood story, how Antarctica fucked his childhood so hard you could call it Michael Jackson. Basically, Mike lived in Antarctica for a while and his friend fell off the edge of the earth. And if this is not a clear indication of a troll video, it should be. And then there's this point in the interview. At this point, Mike's not thinking about his dead friend, which didn't actually die. He's probably thinking about the puppy he kicked the night before. This is Logan Paul contemplating where to exactly take this troll-ass video. Drones for the win! Troll. Basically, what's happening here is that Logan Paul's trying to commit suicide by shoving his microphone up his eyeball. But don't worry, Logan, there's not enough brain matter there for you to actually have an effect on you. This should be a clear indication of a troll. Ah, yes, the go-to thing for every flat earther, the Holy Bible. Although the biblical flat earthers in the community are not the entire community, the fact that he pulls out a Bible here should solidify any doubt in a flurfer's mind that he's being serious. Nah, still a troll. Even flat earthers are calling them on their trollish nature here. But the fact that you can pull out the Holy Bible and troll people about explaining how the Earth's flat, I think is rather telling. Troll. More troll shit. Now one child is sitting down with more children in order to discuss the shape of the Earth. Most of the kids know that the Earth is round, and then they bring in a paid actor child to declare that the Earth is flat and fling the globe off the table, saying that it offended him. Well, I mean, Logan Paul said, "Does that offend you?" And the kid's like, "Yeah," and knocks it off the table. Pretty good and elaborate troll. Although I don't know if I would have paid all those kids to be in my video, but maybe they were fans of his already, so he didn't have to pay them. I don't know. Something tells me they probably had to get parental permission to be in this shit. Cue Robbie Davidson, the guy who is the easiest guy on the earth to troll, apparently, because just being a really big celebrity name and saying, "Hey, I'm investigating the flat earth," is enough to get you a prime spot at talking at one of his conferences. The fact that Logan Paul was able to infiltrate so deep into the flat earth community is primarily Robbie Davidson's fault. Now Logan Paul is leaving on a plane to Denver so he can troll the entire flat earth conference. Obvious troll. You know, honestly, it amazes me that Logan Paul has so many people behind his whole Maverick brand and his channel in general, yet he can only produce shitty content. And this is where Logan Paul gets in deep with the flat earth community. Meeting Robbie Davidson, Mike is gonna feign being like all spastic about meeting his savior or whatever the fuck. Yeah, I think that most flat earthers should be mad at Robbie Davidson at this point for being easily duped and easily convinced that Logan Paul's a flat earther. Obviously, he's a massive troll online. You shouldn't believe a fucking thing this guy says. Nothing happening here, just dudes laying in a bed together watching flurfer videos. What? This is Logan Paul at the Flat Earth Convention. Now, he has there some swag from the convention. There's going to be another Flat Earth Convention in Texas this year that I hope that I can go to, but it might go the way of the Canadian one that got shut down. Here's Logan Paul in his general state. Confusion. Next, Logan Paul is going to go around the convention floor, talk to a whole bunch of flurfers, make it into some videos for being a famous YouTuber and believing in the flat earth, which he hasn't explicitly said that he believes in the flat earth yet, but I mean, we'll get to that later. Here's Bocephus the scientist. Logan Paul talks to him about how the earth's flat. Here's a person that's too embarrassed about being a flat earther to appear on camera. And here's a woman that thinks the earth is flat. That should translate into she doesn't even have 2 brain cells. Oh shit, wait, maybe this is Bocephus. Okay, well now she's not too embarrassed to be on camera. I don't know what the blur was for before. Another person that's too embarrassed about being a flat earther to appear on camera. This guy is sexually aroused by the flat earth. Stay away from him. If the truth sticker on Logan's head doesn't seem to indicate that he's trolling these people, I don't know what does. Other than the flamethrower, that particular cry the guy had earlier. Basically the entire movie up until this point, but they didn't see this. But this guy staring Logan right in the face, looking at the truth sticker on his forehead, should have been a clear indication. So at this point, Logan Paul turns on his Chad charm when he finds a Stacy out there in the wild. Of course, this is Logan Paul, so of course he's going to smash that, which he doesn't actually smash that. He ends up taking her to an Applebee's later. And I can't think of a more broke-ass way to take someone out on a date than to go to Applebee's. Or maybe you're in high school. Applebee's might be a good place to go if you're in high school. But even then, it's a little sketchy. This is the famous interview that we saw on the Celebrate Truth channel where apparently Robbie Davidson convinces Logan Paul that the earth is flat. And of course, after this, Logan Paul says that he's coming out of the flat earth closet and everything like that. So, I mean, I think that it's hilarious that Logan Paul was able to convince these guys that he was actually a flat earther, but it's also not surprising considering they believe everything on the most minute bits of evidence that aren't actually evidence. This totally makes sense that a flurfer would believe that Logan Paul was a flat earther. Again, 3 bros in a room together. Nothing's wrong here. This is after Logan's date with the girl where he seems to indicate to his friends that he got laid. He didn't. This part's, of course, a troll. Apparently, Logan Paul wants to move to Australia and investigate the flat earth from there with this beautiful girl. It's not what's actually happening, and the news sources that have been posting about how he wants to move to Australia to explore Antarctica or something like that are just ridiculous and having a whoosh moment right here. This is where Logan Paul proposes flat earth raps. I'm sorry, but the rap scene is covered by the flat earth community. Although I will have to say that Logan Paul's rap here for the flat earth is pretty much top notch for the flat earth community. This is where Logan Paul goes all out and has his whole Maverick that's flat kind of thing to show that he's a flat earther. And here he is coming out to the flat earth community that he's a flat earther when he really isn't. It's at this point where his friend Mike actually comes out to Logan Paul and tells him that he's not actually a flat earther and that he was just trolling. To which Logan Paul had this totally rational reaction. It's not really all that dramatic. And here, of course, is Logan Paul plundering the booty hole of his friend. Then apparently Logan Paul went on a streaking spree where he wore his underwear and they just blurred it out, making it look like he was actually streaking. It's pretty poor production, I think. This is where Logan Paul does the whole sit-down interview after going through his whole flat earth thing where his one-night stand date person said that apparently he's got a small dick, but they didn't have sex. How did she see his dick if they didn't have sex? And could confirm that it was small, which Logan then confirms that he has a small dick. Yeah. Anyways, now he thinks the Earth doesn't even exist, but that's a troll too. Thank you, heathens, for joining me today for a look at Logan Paul's journey through the flat Earth thing. It was all a troll, was never serious. Get wrecked. Anyways, I hope you heathens have a nice day. If you will, give this a thumbs up or a like, whatever the fuck they doing now. I don't know. They could go back to stars at any point. Leave a comment down below, and as always, don't forget to stand up and use your voice. Bye, heathens.